Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra, and this week's class will be an intermediate vinyasa flow focusing on opening up the side body. Let's begin in a butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come to touch, knees fall apart, and then hinge forward at the waist, softening the upper body down. So palms are stretched out in front of you, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and start to take deep breaths into the back body. Feel the shoulder blades expand from side to side, front to back. Relaxing the jaw and the facial muscles. Allowing the hips to gently open up a little bit more with every breath you take. So as we stretch the side body, we'll be focusing mainly on the sides of the rib cage, from the shoulder all the way down into the hip. And we're also going to be targeting the IT band, so the muscles along the outer edges of your thighs. Let's walk our palms back in to lift the upper body. Coming out of the pose. Setting up for a variation of boat pose, engaging the obliques. Start to lean onto the sits bones and bring your shins parallel to the ground. Arms reach out. We'll do a twisting obliques variation. Shift over to your left hip, arms go right and then lower down. Inhale, come back to center. Switch to your right hip, arms reach left, and then exhale, lower into low boat. Inhale to center, switch, exhale to lower on the right hip. Inhale to center, switch to your right hip, exhale to lower, straighten the legs. Inhale, come up, switch sides, lower, down on the exhale. Inhale, come on up, switch over to your right hip, extend the legs as you lower. Inhale, back up through to center, switch to your left hip, extend your legs, drop down. Inhale, center, exhale, right hip, straighten your legs to lower. Come all the way back up through to center, find your boat pose and straighten your legs. Take another inhale here, and then lower down into low boat and set the upper back down on the mat. And let's pull the right knee in towards the chest. Keep your left leg extended, pressing the left heel down into the ground. Pull your right knee in towards the chest, and we'll stretch out the hip flexors. Plant your left heel down on the mat. Taking deep breaths as you soften the shoulders. Take it into a twist. Right knee reaches over to the left, and you can reach your right arm out to the side. Make sure your right shoulder stays down on the ground here. And if you can't tell already, my cat really loves the attention. We'll just stay in this twist a few more breaths, stretching out the lower back. Come through to center and let's switch sides. So bring your left knee in, reach your right leg out. Plant your right heel on the mat. And you're drawing your left knee in towards the belly. And let's take a twist. Left knee goes over towards the right. You can use your right hand to lightly press down over the top of your left thigh. Extend your left arm out to the side. Make sure the chest is still facing up. You're twisting from the navel down. We'll be firing up our practice shortly, so for now, just try to relax and open up tight areas in the lower back. Come back through to center, squeeze your knees in towards the chest. Start to rock up and down the length of your spine, getting enough momentum until you can plant your feet down into the mat and find chair pose. Big toes come to touch, knees bent, hips drop down low as you reach your arms up. So chest is proud, you're squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, sinking a little bit more weight into the heels. Let's straighten the legs, fold forward. Widen your feet towards the edges of the mat, and then fold a little bit deeper. Opening up the hamstrings. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy. Bend your knees a lot and roll all the way up to stand. Standing at the top of the mat, mountain pose, palms shining forward, chest stays lifted. Let's start to flow from here. So on an inhale, let's reach our arms up and bring your palms to touch. On the exhale, hinge at the waist and fold. Find a halfway lift into your flat back. And then plant your palms, step both feet back to plank pose. Lower down on the exhale, pointing your toes back, cobra, chin and chest lift up, elbows stay bent, and then back to downward facing dog. So our first downward dog, feet are hip width distance apart, palms are shoulder width distance apart, and your fingertips are spreading. Reach your right leg up towards the sky, bend your right knee and open up that hip. Squeeze the right glute to try to lift the right knee even higher. Keep your right shoulder pressing down. Straighten the right leg and then step your right foot forward about 6 inches or so behind your right wrist. Lean into your left palm and reach your right arm alongside the ear. Stay in the pose and just extend your right fingertips up towards the sky. If you'd like to go deeper, take your full side plank, stacking your right leg over your left. If it's too much, stay where you were. Right palm down on the mat, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Second side, let's reach our left leg up and back. Bend your left knee and open up your hip. Keep your left shoulder pressing down. Try not to bend the right elbow. And then straighten your left leg. Bring your left foot a few inches behind the left wrist. Start to lean into your right hand as you reach your left arm up and over, bicep along the ear. Press into both feet to lift the hips, engage the obliques. To do the full side plank, reach your left fingertips up to the sky and maybe stack your left leg directly over top of the right. Pressing into the right palm, squeezing the inner thighs together. Look down, left hand comes down. As you exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's reach the right leg up towards the sky. Keep it straight this time, and then step your right foot in between the palms. Find a high lunge. So high on the ball of your back toes, both arms reach up. Bend into your right knee to drop the hips. Right hand onto your waist, take a side bend. So left arm reaches up and over. You really need to keep your gaze focused here so that you don't lose your balance. Try not to come out of the lunge. Right knee is still bent. Come back to center, look down and bring your left hand down on the mat. Roll your right shoulder back and take a twist. Right arm up. Right palm down on the ground. Step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Same flow on the second side. Extend your left leg up and back. And then bring your left foot in between the palms. Find a high lunge. So lift the chest, engage the core. Tailbone is heavy. And we'll come into a side bend on the second side here. So bring your left hand on your waist and this time right arm reaches up and over. So now we are starting to get into the side body. Feel the stretch from the right shoulder all the way down into the right hip. Come back up, drop your right hand on the mat, roll your left shoulder back, take a twist. And find a flow, palm down, inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale up dog, exhale downward dog. Lift your right leg up once more, and then step your right foot in between your palms to the top of the mat. Find warrior two, back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bend into your right knee as you press it open, reach your arms out. So to get into the side body here, we'll do the exalted warrior variation. You'll need to drop your left palm down, right arm reaches up and over, bicep along the ear. You're still deeply bending into your right knee, nothing changes in the legs. Back to your warrior two, straighten your right leg and bring your back foot in just a couple inches. Let's reach our arms up on an inhale, and as you exhale, tilt forward to triangle. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, lift back up, engage the hamstrings. Exhale, tilt forward. Squeeze the obliques, come back up, and let's take full triangle this time. So as you tilt forward, drop your right palm alongside the leg, and instead of reaching the left arm up, reach the bicep along the ear. So getting even deeper to the left side of your waist. Left hand onto your hip, bend into your right knee, take half moon as you stand over your right leg and extend your left leg back. If you feel okay here, your left fingertips can reach up. And if you'd like to go deeper, you can take sugarcane pose by bending into that left knee and catching the foot as you extend. And you might fall, no big deal. Just get right back into it. Keep your gaze steady. Drop your left fingertips on the mat, cross your left ankle behind your right. Bend into your right knee, press into the left hip, and reach your palms over towards the right side of your mat. You're trying to get this stretch into the IT band, so alongside your left hip and all the way down to the outside edge of your left leg. Walk your palms back to center, step your left leg all the way back, toe heel your right foot so that you can come into your lizard pose. Drop your left knee down. Press that right knee open and come down onto the forearms if it's accessible for you. This is your first option. If you'd like to go even further, you can take a quad stretch, reaching your right hand to catch your back left foot. Open up the chest as you do so. Release your back foot, bring your palms down, back knee lifts up, make your way to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips go up and back, down dog. All right, that same big flow on the second side. Extend your left leg up and then step your left foot forward in between the palms, warrior two, back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Both arms extending out. Reverse your warrior, right palm down, left arm rises, up and over. Keep that deep bend in your left knee. Come back up, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, bring your back foot in just a little bit. Reach your arms up overhead, we'll do those triangle tilts. So as you exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, lean into it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tilt forward, roll the right shoulder back, come all the way up, and then take your full triangle pose. So drop your left palm down your left leg and reach your right arm up and over. Bicep along the ear so that right fingertips are reaching forward towards the top of the mat. Bring your right hand onto your waist, left fingertips down on the ground, find half moon. Right arm can reach up. If you'd like to take sugarcane pose, start to bend into your right knee and catch your foot with your right hand. Open up the chest and lean back. Release gently, right fingertips down, cross your right foot behind your left, bend into your left knee, press into your right hip, and crawl your palms over towards the left. So getting into the right IT band this time. Soften the neck and the jaw. Come back to center and we'll find lizard. So step your right foot all the way back, toe heel your left foot to the edge of the mat, drop your right knee down, press your left knee open and maybe come down onto your forearms. Stay here or take your quad stretch by bending your right knee and catching your foot with your left hand. If you're doing this option, focus on opening up that left shoulder and leaning back on your right forearm. So really deep side body stretch. Release the back foot, bring your palms down. We meet in plank pose on the inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Our final flow, reach your right leg up and step your right foot forward in between the palms. Reach both arms up overhead. Bring your right hand on your waist, twist your body over towards your right thigh, and maybe your right palm rests to the inside of that left leg as you reach your left arm up and over. So this is just like Exalted Warrior and Warrior 2, but we're doing it in a Crescent Lunge. Very deep opening. Come back to center, drop your left hand down, right arm up. Twist. Drop your right hand on the mat and take Pigeon Pose. So right knee behind your right wrist and extend your left leg back behind you. Take a twist, so bring your left arm through, lowering left shoulder and left ear down on the ground. And you can use your right hand to either press down on the ground or maybe reach your right palm towards your lower back. Bring your right hand back down on the mat. Lift your chest up. Curl your back toes under and find downward facing dog, taking a flow. As you inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, left leg up. Step your left foot forward in between the palms, Crescent Lunge, arms reach up. And we'll prepare for that same Exalted Warrior variation. So twist over towards your left leg and maybe your left palm reaches to the back of your right thigh as you reach your right arm up and back. Make sure you're still bending into your left knee. Come back to center. Drop your right hand down, left arm up, twist. Left palm down, take Pigeon Pose. So left knee behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg out and we'll take a twist. So you need to thread your right arm through to lower your shoulder and ear on the ground. And then you can bring your left palm towards your lower back. Try to slow down your breath. Come back to center and ease your way into your downward dog. Taking one final flow, inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, exhale downward facing dog. Drop your knees on the floor and then swing your feet out front. We're going to open up our legs into a straddle shape. Taking a side bend from here, so slide your right hand down your right leg and reach your left arm up and over. And if you're pretty open here, you might be able to catch your toes. And if that's the case, simply focus on pulling that left shoulder back. Open up the chest. Keep both hips pressing down. Staying nice and grounded, flexing through the toes. And then release, fold towards your right leg. So not a side bend this time, just a straight forward fold. Come all the way back up to center and switch sides. Right arm reaches up and over to catch the left toes. Feel the right shoulder open up a little bit more. And center the chest to fold. Walk your palms back in, lift the upper body up. Bend your knees and lower all the way down onto your back. So we'll finish with a back bend here, setting up for either bridge or wheel pose. So feet are hip width distance apart. If you're taking wheel, you're going to bring your palms alongside the ears, fingertips to the heels. Start to press into the feet and come on up. Try not to let the knees open up wide here. Deep breaths, almost out. And when you are ready to come out of the pose, you have to tuck your chin in towards your chest and lower down slowly. Once you make your way onto your back, you can step your feet wide and let your knees fall in towards each other. Let's take a twist from here. Hips go left, knees drop over to the right. If you'd like to make it deeper, you can always cross your left leg over your right. Switching sides, lift your knees back up, uncross the legs. And this time hips will go over to the right and both knees will drop to the left. To deepen it, you can cross your right thigh over your left. Lift the legs back up and settle into Shavasana, straightening out your legs, palms facing up. Give yourself a few minutes right here to completely relax and let go of your practice. Noticing the difference in the sides of your body, alongside the waist and the outside edges of the legs. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. It really does mean so much to me. Thank you again. Namaste.